Yeah, hello, I'm audible. Can you confirm if I'm audible? Rakesh, am I audible? Okay, hello everyone. So now I'm going to discuss today's JEE main attempt, which happened in 2021 March, 16th of March. I'll be discussing the first attempt, the memory-based questions that we have collected from the students. I'm going to discuss those questions now. So let us see how the questions are and how to solve them in detail to understand this paper. Right? See the first question. Yeah. The question is saying that three distinct normals are drawn from the point a comma 0 to the parabola y square is equal to 2x. The range of a is, right? Now from a point we are drawing three distinct normals, right? So let slope of normal be m. Let slope of normal be m. Now what will be equation of normal having slope as m? It will be in the form y is equal to mx minus 2am minus am cube, right? Now here what we can say, this is a point a comma 0. So if you compare with the given equation, how much is a here? 4a is 2. So from this we get a is equal to half. Comparing this equation with the standard form, the value of a is half. So substituting a is equal to half, this equation becomes y is equal to mx minus m minus m cube upon 2. Now it is passing through the point a comma 0. So these coordinates should satisfy this equation. Substituting these coordinates here, we get 0 is equal to am minus m minus m cube upon 2, right? Now if you take m common, what is the remaining? A minus 1 minus m square by 2 is equal to 0. So one possibility is m is equal to 0 and other possibility is m square will be equal to 2 times of a minus 1. Now for this to be having three distinct normals, this value should be positive. So that means the value of a should be greater than 1. So the value of a will lie between 1 to infinite, right? Yeah, this is how we can solve the first question. Now let us see second. Next, it is given that a power 8 times the matrix xy is 8 and 64. Now, what we can say about this equation, the number of solutions of this equation. So for that, try to find a square first. What will be a square? A square is nothing but a into a. So I minus I and I. So this is whole square. Now in all these terms, you can take I common. So taking I common, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 whole square. So I square times of this, right? So I square is minus 1 times 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Now multiply these terms, minus 1 times 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 will become minus 2. minus 2 and 2. So minus of this will become, or if we take 2 common outside, so it will be 2 times of minus 1, 1, 1 and minus 1, right? Or if you take minus 2 common, so minus 2 times, it will be 1, minus 1 and 1. So it will be 2i times I, minus I, minus I and I. So what is this? Nothing but a here. So we get the value of a square will be equal to 2a times I. So this will be same as 2i times a. So what about a power 4? 2i times a whole square will become 4i square a square. I square is minus 1. So minus 4 times a square is 2i into a. So it will become minus 8ia. What about a power 8? Will become a power 8, a power 4 whole square minus 8ia whole square. So 8 square is 64. I square is minus 1 into a square. We got a square as 2i times a, right? So it will become minus 128 I. And what is a here? Taking I common, it will be 1, minus 1, minus 1 and 1. I square is minus 1, so it will be 128 times 1 minus 1 minus 1 and 1. So this is what we get the value of a power 8. Now once you get the value of a power 8, you can substitute this value of a power 8 and we get two equations and two unknowns. You can solve the two equations to find the values of x and y, right? Now once you're getting the value of a power 8 as 128 times of this, now substituting in the given equation. So what are you getting? 128 times 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 times x comma y is equal to matrix 8 and 64. You can take 8 common, taking 8 common, so it will become 1 and 8. So 8 will get cancelled here, 8 ones 8, 8 will get cancelled, 8 ones 8 16s. Now multiplying, we get x minus y is equal to 1 by 16 and minus x plus y will become half, or from this we get x minus y is equal to half. So by observing this, there will be no solution because x minus y is giving us different values for this. So there will be no solution for the given equation. So answer will be no solution for this. Right, let's see the next one. If x square plus y square is equal to 25, if this is a circle whose chord is a tangent to this hyperbola, then the locus of midpoint. So always whenever you're doing questions on locus, let us start this way. Let h comma k be a point in the locus. Let h comma k be a point in the locus. Now, what will be the equation of chord whose midpoint is h comma k? Obtained the equation of chord having midpoint as h comma k is obtained by applying t is equal to s1. So applying t is equal to s1 for this point will become hh plus ky is equal to h square plus k square. Now this should be a tangent to this. So what is the condition for the line y is equal to mx plus c to be a tangent to the hyperbola? We get c square is equal to a square m square minus b square, right? So from this, if you convert this line in this form, so we get y is equal to minus hh by k plus h square plus k square upon k. So h square plus k square upon k, this is c square, is equal to a square is 9 times m. What is m square? H square by k square minus b square is 16. So if you take LCM and simplify, k square term in the denominator will get cancelled. So we get h square plus y square whole square is equal to 9h square minus 16y square. So this will be the locus. 9h square minus 16y square will be equal to x square plus y square whole square. This is how we can solve. I hope it's clear. In case if anyone having doubts to ask, you can let me know. This is the next one. If ABC are three numbers where B is equal to A plus C and SD, here SD means standard deviation. Standard deviation of A plus 2, B plus 2 and C plus 2 is D. Then ensure the following statements will be true. Now, for the terms ABC, what is mean? X bar will become A plus B plus C upon 3. Sum of terms upon number of terms. And what is given? A plus C is given as B. So it will become 2B by 3. Right? Now what about standard deviation of ABC? Standard deviation of ABC is given D. So from this we get D square will be equal to, applying formula for standard deviation, sum of squares upon number of terms minus the mean whole square. So the formula I'll write for variance. Variance is given by sigma square. So it will be sigma I is equal to 1 to n xi square upon n minus x bar whole square. This is the formula for finding variance. So standard deviation is given as D. So by adding or subtracting any term, the standard deviation will not change. It will remain same. Right? Now if we simplify this by taking LCM, we get D square is equal to 3a square plus 3b square plus 3c square minus 4b square upon 9. So simplifying these terms, we get b square is equal to 3a. We get b square is equal to 3a square plus 3c square minus 9d square. So this is what we get, the value of b square in this form. So I think if you observe, option D will be the answer. Option 4, 9d square will be equal to this. Yeah, this is how we can solve. I hope this is clear. In case if anyone is getting any doubts, let me know. Next, with the standard type of question, one way of doing this, the two ways of doing. One way you can do this by using L'Hospital. One more way will be by applying expansions. If you apply expansions for this, limit x tends to 0, a times, writing expansion of e power x will become 1 plus x square by 2 plus x cube by 6, so on. Minus b times cos x expansion, 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial is 24, so on. Plus c times e power minus x will become 1 minus x plus x square by 2 minus x cube by 6, so on. Upon the denominator is x into sin x. So what will be the expansion of sin x? X minus x cube by 6 plus so on. Right? So if we take h common, we are getting h square term. So for 0 by 0 form to get eliminated, the constant term and the h degree term should become 0. So we get a minus b plus c is equal to 0, and h coefficient is a minus c is equal to 0. And now if you cancel h square on both the sides, like in the numerator denominator, if you divide by h square, what will be the remaining coefficient? It will be a by 2 plus b by 2 plus c by 2. This should be the value of limit which is given 2. Now we're having three equations and three unknowns. Now anyway, they're asking us to find the value of a plus b plus c, so which will be equal to 4. So it's a numerical question. So the answer will be equal to 4. So the next one, which of the following is a tautology? So if you observe, when there is and, the chance of becoming tautology, for this to be a tautology, both should be true always. Just by looking at this, P and Q cannot be always true. This cannot be the answer. Same way, this cannot be the answer, right? And P or Q implies, but there's a possibility that P or Q will be true and P plus Q can be false. So let us see for the first option by drawing the truth table for this. P, Q, P and Q, P plus Q, and the given statement. So taking the different possibilities, true, false, false, true, and false, false. So P and Q, it will be true when only when both of them are true. P implies Q. So true, false, true, true. Now whole implies of this. So both of them are true. If the first one is false, the whole statement will always become true. So the first option will become a tautology. So option 1 will be the answer. This is the question. All of you could have done this in easy way. Next, so the next one, number of irrational terms. So what will be the general term if you observe? TR plus 1 will become 60 CR into 5 power 60 minus R upon 4 times 3 power R upon 8. So by observing this, what we can say? R by 8 and R by 4 should be whole numbers. So R belongs to multiple of 8. So the value of R should be a multiple of 8. So what can be the possible values of R? It can be 0, 8, 16 till the maximum value will be 56. So how many terms can be there? So R will be equal to 8. So number of terms. So number of rational terms. Number of rational terms will become 8. What about number of irrational terms? Total is 61 minus 8. Will become 53. So it is given that number of irrational terms is equal to n. So the value of n is 53. Then which of the following is a factor of n minus 1? How much will be n minus 1? 52. So what will be the factor of 52? So 26 will be the factor. We have only one option, right? So this is how we can solve. So the next one, log a plus log b. You can write it as log a into b. So you can write log of sin x into cos x to the base 10 will be equal to minus 1. Now taking 10 to other side will give us sin x into cos x will be equal to 10 power minus 1, which is 1 by 10. Right? Now let this be the first equation. And from the second equation, if you bring 2 to this side, it will become square. So it will become sin x plus cos x whole square will be equal to, you can write one as log 10 to the base 10. So it will become log n by 10. Right? Now what will be square of this? Sin square x plus cos square x will become 1 plus 2 times sin x into cos x. We got 1 by 10 is equal to n by 10. So solving this, we get n is equal to 12. This is how we can solve. Next, f of x plus 1 is given as 2. This is also a very standard type of question. Now Now using this, f of x plus f of x plus 1 is equal to 2. Now in place of x, substitute x plus 1. So substituting x with x plus 1, we get f of x plus 1 plus f of x plus 2 is equal to 2. Now subtracting second equation from the first. So f of x plus 1 term will get cancelled. We get f of x minus f of x plus 2 is equal to 0. So from this we get f of x is equal to f of x plus 2. This is the first equation. Now it's given that f of, so from this we can say that f of x is periodic with period 2. The period of the function f of x is 2. Now what about I1? F of x is periodic with period 2. So it will be 0 to 8 f of x dx. So as its period is 2, we can say this as it will be 4 times 0 to 2 f of x dx. And what about I2? Minus 1 to 3. So it will become now I2 is integral minus 1 to 3 f of x dx. So let us substitute x is equal to t plus 1. So substituting x as t plus 1, limits will become 0 to 4. It will become f of t plus 1. So it will be same as f of x plus 1 dx. Now what is f of x plus 1? It will become 2 minus f of x. So it will be integral 0 to 4. 2 minus f of x dx. Right? So what's the value of I2? We get I2 is equal to, the first one will become 8 minus 2 times 0 to 2 f of x dx. So this will become I1 by 2. So which is equal to 8 minus I1 by 2. So if you simplify this, we get I1 plus 2I2 will be equal to 16. Right? By taking LCM and simplifying, this is what we get. This is the next one. If mod x minus 3 times mod x plus 4 is equal to 6. We know that the second term is always positive. So first term also should always be positive. Right? Both the terms should definitely be positive. So for both the terms to remain positive, so first of all, mod x minus 3 should be greater than 3. Then only it's possible. So that means the value of x should be greater than 3 or it should be less than minus 3. So x plus 4 will remain positive in this case, in the first case. So let us see the first case. That is x is, now for this term to be positive, for x plus 4 to be positive, second term is anyway always positive. Now let us see the first case, x plus 4 is greater than 0. So from this, or let us say that x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. So it's less than or equal to minus 4. So mod x will become minus x minus 3 times, this is also negative. So it will become minus x minus 4 is equal to 6. So we get x plus 3 into x plus 4 is equal to 6. So if you solve this, will become x square plus 7x plus 6 is equal to 0. So the roots of this equation will not satisfy this. Okay, if you solve this, we get x is equal to -1 and -6. -1 is not satisfying. The value of 6 is satisfying. So from the first case, we are getting one value, which is -6. Now second case, x belongs to -4 to 0. So in this case, what will be the value of mod x? Mod x is still negative, -6 -3 times x plus 4 is positive, so it will become times x plus 4 is equal to 6. Now if you expand and simplify this, we get x square minus 3x minus 4x will become minus 7x, so plus 7x plus 18 is equal to 0. Here the value of d is negative, so there will be no roots for this. Next, third case, the value of x is greater than 0. So in this case, it will become x minus 3 times x plus 4 is equal to 6. So if you solve, we get x square plus x minus 18 is equal to 0. So we get x equal to -1 plus root 73 by 2 and -1 minus root 73 by 2. This is not possible because the value of x should be positive. So this is one value. So total we are having two roots. One will be -6 and one will be -1 plus root 73 upon 2. Yeah. See the next one. If the vector root 3i plus j is rotated by 45 degrees in anti-clockwise about origin, then the new vector is given by this. Then find the area of triangle whose coordinates are 0, 0, 0, beta and alpha, beta. Okay. So we need to find the values of alpha and beta. So we have a vector whose initially the dimensions are root 3 and 1. So how much will be this angle? If you apply tan theta becomes 1 by root 3. So this angle becomes 30. Now we are rotating by 45 degrees in anti-clockwise. Now this complete angle becomes 75. This distance will remain 2. So this coordinates alpha will be the x coordinate will become 2 cos 75 and beta will become 2 sin 75. Right? Now what will be area of this triangle? Area is half base into height. So if you apply half base into height, it will become half alpha into beta. So half of 2 sin 75 into 2 cos 75. So 1 2 is cancelled. 2 sin a cos a will become sin 2a will become sin 150. How much is sin 150? Same as sin 30, which is half. So area of this triangle will become half. Next, number of solutions of this equation: 81 power sin square x plus 81 power cos square x. Now let us consider 81 power sin square x as t. Now how will this equation become? T plus cos square x will become 1 minus sin square x. So it will be 81 upon 81 power sin square x is equal to 30. So it will become t square minus 30t plus 81 is equal to 0. So from this we get t is equal to 3 comma 27. So we get 4 sine square x is equal to, so what is 3 power 4 sine square x? So 4 sine square x will be equal to 1 or 3. So we get sine square x is equal to 1 by 4 or 3 by 4. So we get sine x is equal to plus minus half or plus minus root 3 by 2. So in between 0 to pi, there will be 4 solutions for this. Next. One card is missing out of 52 cards. Then out of the remaining 51 cards, 2 cards are drawn. If both are found to be spade, then the probability that missing card was not a spade. So this is Bayes theorem. So we need to find the probability of spade not missing given that both found are spade. So always whenever we apply Bayes theorem, first write denominator. So what are the two mutually exclusive and exhaustive cases? The missing card is a spade, the missing card is not a spade. Suppose if the missing card is a spade, what will be the probability for missing card to be a spade? 13 by 52. Now how many cards are remaining? 51 cards. Out of those 51 cards, we are selecting 2 cards one by one. Both should be spade. So 12 by 51 into 11 by 50 plus. Second possibility will be for the missing card not to be a spade. Will be, so this is 1 by 4. So it will be 1 minus 13 by 52 times. Now the remaining cards will be 13, 13 by 52 and 11 by 51 are remaining. So 13 by 51 and 12 by 50. Now numerator, spade is not missing. So second term is what we need to consider. So it will be 1 minus 13 by 2 times 13 by 51 into 12 by 50. Denominators are same. So you can cancel that. 52, 51, 50 will get cancelled. So if you simplify this, the value will be simplified to 39 upon 50. This is all we can do. So the next one. So this is direct linear form. So to solve this linear form, find the integrating factor. So it will be e power integration of 2 tan x. So it will be e power 2 ln sec x. So it will be simplified to sec square x. So multiply with sec square x on both the sides. So it will become y into sec square x after integrating on both the sides will be equal to integration of sin x upon cos square x dx. So it will be nothing but integration of sec x tan x will become sec x plus c. So if we take sec square x to other side, we get y is equal to cos x plus c cos square x. So this is how we get the function. Now it is given that at x equal to pi by 3, it is given that y is equal to 0. So substituting these values, we get c is equal to minus 2. So we get the function as y is equal to cos x minus 2 cos square x. So we got this function. Now we need to find the maximum value of we need to find the maximum value of the function y. So what will be the maximum value for this? If you complete square for this, complete in square by taking minus half common, or taking minus 2 common. So it will become cos x minus 1 by 4 whole square. So minus 1 by 16. So it will become 1 by 8 minus 2 times cos x minus 1 by 4 whole square. So what will be the maximum value of y? Maximum value will become 1 by 8 because the second term is always negative. This is how we can solve. Next, the curve y is equal to f of x satisfy this differential equation, and area bounded by this is given. Then find f of 1. So first find the value of y. dy is equal to 2 times x plus 1 dx. Integrating on both the sides, we get y is equal to h square plus 2h plus c. Right? Now, area bounded by this and the x-axis. So you can write this as x plus 1 whole square plus c minus 1. So if you try to plot graph of this, at x equal to minus 1, it has the minimum value. And what will be that minimum value? C minus 1. This part is c minus 1. And at x equal to 0, the value will be c. And when y is equal to 0, the value will be minus 1 plus minus of this. And this point will become minus 1. Now, area bounded by this graph and x-axis. That means this area is what we need to find. Let us name this point as alpha comma 0. And this point is beta comma 0. So what is area bounded by this? It will be integral alpha to beta h square plus 2h plus c dx. Right? So it will become h cube upon 3 plus h square plus cx times alpha and beta. So applying limits will become beta cube minus alpha cube upon 3 plus beta square minus alpha square upon 2 plus c times beta minus alpha. So this value is given as 4 root 8 upon 3. Now, alpha beta are roots of this equation. So what is alpha plus beta? Will become minus 2. What about alpha minus beta? Root b square minus 4ac upon a. Or you can say that it will be 2 root 1 minus c. Now you can substitute these values, alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta, or if you can apply mod, substitute and you can simplify these values, and from that you get the value of c. So by substituting these values, we get the value of c as minus 1. So once we get the value of c as minus 1, so what will the function become? F of x will become h square plus 2x minus 1. Now what about f of 1? Substituting x equal to 1, the value becomes 2. Yeah, next. The value of this function is given. Now, normal to the above curve I'm sorry. Normal to the above curve at P, A comma B is parallel to this line. Then find mod A plus 60 is what we need to find. It's given that A is greater than 1. Now if you find dy by dx, what is the derivative for this? 2h square minus 15h plus 10. So if you find at the point P, dy by dx at P will be 2a square minus 15a plus 10. Right? Now what should be, it should be parallel to this. So slope of this should be equal to normal is given, whose slope is minus 1 by 3. So slope of tangent will become 3. So we get 2a square minus 15a plus 7 is equal to 1. So solving, we get a is equal to half or 7. But it's given that a is greater than 1. So the value of a will be 7. Also the point P should lie on this curve. So substituting these coordinates, we get b is equal to integral 0 to a 2t square minus 15t plus 10 dt. So applying limits, it will become, we got a is equal to 7. So substituting a is equal to 7. If we integrate and solve this, we get the value of b as minus 436. So we get 6b is equal to minus 413. So a plus 6b will become minus 406. And if I apply mod for this, so mod a plus 6b will become 406. This is how we can solve. If the elements of a matrix A are this, A into A transpose is 9, then trace of this is 9, then total number of such matrices. Okay, this is little lengthy and complicated. Now let us consider the matrix A as in the form XYZ, ABC, DEF. What about A transpose? XYZ, ABC, DEF. If you multiply A into A transpose, so we just need the diagonal elements. It will become x square plus y square plus z square, a square plus b square plus c square, d square plus e square plus f square. No need to write the remaining elements because we need to find trace of this. Trace will be sum of all these diagonal elements. That is x square plus y square plus z square plus a square plus b square plus c square. Sum of all the diagonal elements should be equal to 9. 9. So what are the possibilities? All of them are 1 is one possibility. All 1 is one possibility. It's possible only in one way. Right? Next. 1, 3 and the remaining 0. So any one of these 9 can be 3. It can be possible in 9 ways. Next. Any two of them are 2's. 2 2's. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 1 and the remaining will be 0. So you have to distribute 2 2 and 1 among this. So how many are there? The remaining will be 6 of them will be 0. So distributing, it will be 9 factorial upon 6 factorial, 2 factorial, 1 factorial, right? So simplified, it will become 252. Next, 1 2 5 ones and 3 zeros. So how many you can distribute this? It will be 9 factorial upon 5 factorial, 3 factorial. So it will be simplified to 766. So you can find sum of all, sorry, this is 504. Now you can find total sum. Total will be 9 plus 252 plus 504. So it will become 766. Next, f of x is equal to this. Then find limit x tends to infinite 2 by n times f of 1 by n plus f of 2 by n plus so on up to f of 1. Now, so we need to find this value limit x tends to infinite 2 by n times f of 1 by n. What will be f of 1 by n? You can write that using sigma form. Sigma r is equal to 1 to n f of log to the base 2 1 plus pi r by n. Now we can bring this 2 outside. The remaining sum can be written as limit of sum to infinite terms. So it will become 2 times integral 0 to 1 ln of 1 plus, so tan is also there, ln 1 plus tan pi h by 4. We have base 2, so you can bring that base 2 outside. It will form ln 2. Limits will become 0 to 1. Let this term be I. Now in place of x, what you can substitute? 1 minus x. So substitute x with 1 minus x. Now this is in the form tan a minus b. Apply formula for tan a minus b and simplify that. Now add the two equations. Adding the two equations. So it will be simplified to 1 minus tan pi by 4x upon 1 plus tan pi by 4x. So it will become ln 2 upon 1 plus tan pi by 4x. So it will be simplified to ln 2 because the denominator will get cancelled. So ln 2 is also cancelled. So we get the value of 2a will become 2. So substituting 2a is equal to 2, we get the value of I is equal to 1. So the next one, mod z plus 1 upon mod z minus 1 whole square less than or equal to 1 by root 2 whole square will become 1 by 2. But base is less than 1. As base is less than 1, inequality will change. Less than will be converted to greater than. So if you take simplify, this will become 2 times mod z plus 2 will be greater than equal to mod z whole square minus 2 times mod z plus 1. So bring all terms on one side will become mod z whole square minus 4 times mod z. So I think there's a printing mistake. It should be 11. So it will become 22 here. So minus 21 less than or equal to 0. So finding factors mod z minus 7 into mod z plus 3 should be less than or equal to 0. So the value of mod z cannot be negative. So mod z minus 7 should be less than or equal to 0. So mod z should be less than or equal to 7. So the maximum value of mod z will become 7. Next, sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse of this. Sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse 6 power r upon 2 power 2r plus 1 plus 3 power 2r plus 1. So first take this 2 power 2r plus 1 common. So it will be sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse 6 power r upon taking 2 power 2r plus 1 common. What is the remaining? 1 plus 3 by 2 times 2r plus 1. Now this is 2 power r into 3 power r. So it will be sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse. Write this 6 power r as 6 power r into 3 minus 6 power r into 2 upon 2, 2 power 2r plus 1 times 1 plus 3 by 2 whole power 2r plus 1. So you can write sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse. So dividing by this will become 3 by 2 whole power r plus 1 minus 2 by 3 whole power r plus 1 upon 1 plus minus 3 by 2 whole power r upon 1 plus 3 by 2 power r plus 1 into 3 by 2 power r. This is in the form tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. So it will become sigma r is equal to 1 to infinite tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Tan inverse 3 by 2 whole power r plus 1 minus tan inverse 3 by 2 whole power r. So expanding the sigma, all terms will get cancelled. Only the first term and last term is remaining, which is pi by 2 minus tan inverse 3 by 2. So pi by 2 minus tan inverse will become cot inverse 3 by 2. Also you can write tan inverse 2 by 3. So what will be the answer? Cot inverse 3 by 2 will be the answer for this. See the next one. The function is given number of points of non-differentiability of f of g of x. So right, what will be f of f circle g of x? So first case it's less than 0. When it's less than 0, it is given by f of x cube. So it will become x cube plus 2. The first case, that is when it is less than or equal to 0. Next, from 0 to 1, when it's lying between 0 to 1, g of x is x cube whole square will become x power 6, and when x is greater than or equal to 1, it is 3x minus 2 whole square. This is how we get at 0. If you observe, it's discontinuous and not differentiable, and at x equal to 1 also it is continuous but not differentiable, right? Is it differentiable at 1? Yes. If you find the left hand derivative at 1, at 0 it is not continuous, neither continuous nor differentiable, but at 1 if you find left hand derivative is 6, right hand derivative is also 6. So here at x equal to 1, left hand derivative is also equal to right hand derivative. So only at one point it is not differentiable, which is at x equal to 0. S is set of these values. If 4 numbers are taken from the set A, then the first 4 numbers of AP, they form first 4 numbers of AP, and again 4 numbers taken from this, they form first 4 terms of GP. If last number of this series is a 4-digit number, then find the common terms in this 2 series. So what will be the AP? What will be the AP that we can choose here? The observation, you can identify that it will be 11, 16, 21 and 26. And what about GP? 4, 8, 16 and 32. Right? Simple. The first 4 terms will form GP. The next 4 terms will form AP. Now, what are the common terms out of this? What will be the common terms? So the last term is a 4-digit number. So the common terms, if you observe, the first common term will become 16. 16 is common. After that, once again, it will become 16 square. Next will be 16 cube. This will be the only 3 possible common terms between this. Right? So there will be 3 common numbers that will be possible in both these series. So the next one, f of x is given as some function. There is a complete set of values of a for which the critical point of x, f of x exists. So for critical point to exist, what you can say? Derivative should become 0. Now first simplify this given function. F of x is given. Four a minus 3 times x plus ln 5 plus 2 times a minus 7. How much is this simplified to? Cos x upon sin x, so it will be sin x upon 2. This 2 is also cancelled. So it will be simplified to 4a minus 3 times x plus ln 5 plus a minus 7 times sin x. What about derivative for this? 4a minus 3 plus a minus 7 times cos x. So derivative should become 0. So will become cos x is equal to 3 minus 4a upon a minus 7. Now this value should lie between minus 1 to 1. So that is the value of 4a minus 3 upon a minus 7 should lie between minus 1 to 1. So solving these equations, we get the value of a should lie between minus 4 by 3 to 2. So it will be the closed interval minus 4 by 3 comma 2. Option 3 will be the answer. These are some of the questions that we have received based on the memory of the students. So I hope all of you understood the solutions. I should say that this paper is on the tougher side. So, but solving these questions will definitely help you for the next attempts. So all the best to everyone. That's it for now. Thank you.